The new laws passed this session on medical marijuana are the first big statewide limit since voters approved allowing its use 10 years ago.
Supporters predict it will cut down on the number of dispensaries. So we wondered, when will we see dispensaries closing? It's a good question, and here's CBS 4's Alan Janae.
There's a boatload of money you'll have to pay, right?
Yeah, I've heard a couple of different things.
It could cost you tens of thousands of dollars just to remain in business with new fees. You're prepared to pay it?
We are.
You going to be able to pay that?
I'm going to have to.
Medical marijuana dispensaries near downtown saying they'll stay put, but the predictions are dire. Lawyer Brian Vicente is with an organization that opposed the legislation.
Places start shutting down. When?
Yeah, we are going to see a number of the smaller dispensaries shutting down around the state. It could be as soon as July.
On the CBS 4 Morning News, bill sponsor Senator Chris Romer talked about half of the dispensaries shutting down.
The Department of Revenue, which will regulate this, expects about a 50% contraction in the number of medical marijuana centers.
But not so fast.
My attitude has always been whatever hoops they put in front of me, I'm going to jump through.
We had a hard time finding dispensaries that said they would be forced to shut down.
Is that 50% number accurate?
Well, this is their number from the Department of Revenue. I think it will happen. I think there'll be some consolidation in the industry, and I think that's good.
But before anyone shuts down, expect this.
Is this going to end up in court?
Absolutely. There's no way this doesn't end up in court.
DU law professor Sam Kamen says there are plenty of hooks for lawyers to grab onto.
All the things that it says are limits on someone's exercise of their constitutional right.
The one okaying medical marijuana approved by voters.
Well, it's not a perfect bill, but I guarantee you this is a constitutional bill. What we put in the Constitution was the right to medical marijuana. We did not put a business model in the Constitution.
If you owned a medical marijuana shop, would you give it up yet?
It depends. If I was making a lot of money with it, I'd fight to stay in business as long as I could.
The dispensaries have a year to comply, so don't expect to see much change until then.
So you're good, you're staying?
I hope so.
And that's your good question. Alan Janae, CBS 4 News.
One dispensary up in Netherlands told us it will shut down, in part because the new law prohibits anyone with a prior felony drug conviction from owning a shop.